Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about a very important topic in maths called plane measuration. Okay, all right. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first day of seeing our channel, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, may the peace of the Lord be with you. Let us talk about area and perimeter of shapes. Okay, area and perimeter of shapes. Okay, now most of the time students confuse the difference between the area and the perimeter of a shape. For instance, let's have a rectangular field. Okay, don't mind my drawing. Let's assume that this is a rectangular field. Now the players, the 11 players of both teams, that is 22 players, including the referee, that is 23, they are all running around the area of this field. Okay, like inside this field now, everywhere here inside there is what we call the area of this shape. Okay, is everywhere, so they are all running around the area of this shape. Why the last men are just running around the perimeter of the shape. Okay, so the perimeter of a shape is just the distance from one point till you meet that point again. That is what we call the perimeter of a shape. So if it's a circle, for instance, you decide to start here, the way I moved around is what we call the perimeter, while inside this place now is what we call the area of that circle. So you need to differentiate between area and uh, perimeter. They are not the same thing. So let us now go ahead and tell us the formula. Then we start solving some important calculations. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is the rectangle. First one I'll talk about is the rectangle. Okay. Now, a rectangular shape, like I drew before, this is the rectangular shape. Okay. Let's call this the length, and then maybe this the base or the breadth. Okay, the length and the breadth. Now, to get the perimeter of this shape, you know that in a rectangular shape, here is equal to here. So if here is B, automatically here is B. If here is L, automatically here is L. Okay, so the perimeter is adding the length of all these things. So the perimeter is what? B plus B plus L plus L. Just adding it up. So that is why we conclude that the perimeter, if you add these two, you're going to have 2B plus what? 2L. Now, if you factorize, you're going to have 2 in bracket of L plus B. Let's have it like L plus B. L plus B. Okay? So this is the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle. Now, if you don't remember this formula, just know that you are just adding all the sides of that shape to get your perimeter, in case you have forgotten the perimeter. Now, for us to get the area is simply the length times the breadth. Okay, and just times one of the side, this times this, or you say this times this, anyone you like. So that is the what? The area of that shape. So we're going to be solving some calculations involving rectangular shape. Then we now move to the next shape. Okay, now don't forget that that is a square is a special type of a rectangular shape. Okay, a square, let's just do that together because they're almost the same thing. So the next one we'll talk about is square, then we'll start solving calculation. So a square is a special type of a rectangular shape. Okay, but in this case is that all the sizes are equal, all the sides are equal. So if we have that, here is L, here should be L, here should be L, here should be L, because they are equal. So we are still going to use the same area and perimeter of a rectangle. So we know that for perimeter, so perimeter here should be what? L plus L plus L plus L. So that is why we conclude that the perimeter of a square is 4L, 4 times L. Okay, if you did not remember this formula, just add all the sides of this square, then you have gotten the perimeter. Then again, let's go. That the area is simply one side times the other side, so it should be L times L, which you have as what? L square. So we say that the area of a square is L square. Okay. If you did not remember, just times one side times one side, or because they are the both sides are equal, or all the sides are equal, just take one of it and square it, or times it by itself. Any of the method will give you the correct answer. All right. So now let us now solve some calculations involving square and the rectangular shape, the perimeter and the area of a rectangular shape. So the first question here said, question number 1 said that the length of a rectangle, is 5 cm longer than the width. Okay, and the area is 36 cm squared. We now say find the I question the length, I the width, okay, then I the perimeter. Okay, so now this is a very simple question. What do? They gave us something here. This is a word problem, so we have solution. They told us that the length of a rectangle is 5 cm longer than the breadth. So which means the length is longer. So we'll say that what? Let the breadth or the width, you know that the width and the breadth the same thing. Let the width be W. Let's call it W. Okay. Now, therefore, since the length is 5 cm longer, so therefore, to get the length should be what? That width plus 5 cm. That's just the way to get it. So let's say W plus 5 for us to get the width. So if you now decide to draw it, let us decide to draw it now. That is, if you like, anyways. So if you decide to draw it, so it is like this. So the width is what? W. Why the length will now be what? W plus 5. Okay. So don't forget that to get our area, is simply multiplying these two. Okay. We say that W times that W plus 5 to get the area. But they have given us that the area is 36. So let's replace this area as 36 is equal to what? W times this will give you W squared. W times this will give you 5W. Okay. So now if this one will come here, we have that W squared minus 5, plus 5W minus 36 is equal to 0. So now this is a quadratic equation. So what do? Let us factorize. 36. Are there two factors that can give us 5 from 36? Let's check. 36. 2 divide is 18. 2 divide is 9. 3 divide is 3. 3 divide is 1. Is there any way we can get 5? 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 2, 4. So 9 minus 4 will give us 5, correct? So I'm having that this is W squared plus 9W, then minus 4W. So minus 4W, then minus 36 is equal to 0. So 9 minus 4 will still give us 5. So let us now factorize. So what is common here is W. W squared divided by this will give us W plus 9W divided by W, we have 9. So whatever that is here must be here, W plus 9. For us to get the person outside, just say the last man divided by the last man. So plus minus is minus, and 36 divided by 9 will give us 4. Okay? So we now have that. What is common between this line and this line is what? W plus 9. And then what do we have remaining? We're having W minus 4 remaining is equal to what? 0. So what do we have finally? We will now have that what? When the product of two things is 0, automatically one of them must be 0. So we say that W plus 9 is equal to 0, or we say that W minus 4 is is equal to 0. So we now have that W is equal to what? Minus 9, or W is equal to what? Plus 4. Now, the problem here is that you cannot say that the length of something is negative. So the length is just, or the width, okay? Length, width, they are the same concept. Uh-huh. So we say that the width of this man is what? 4 cm. We don't use negative. So we have gotten the second answer, I. We have gotten I. Now, for us to get the I say we should find the length. And we know that the length is what? We have gotten the length as what? W plus 5. So therefore, the length here is what? 4 plus 5, which is what? 9 cm. Okay? Now, for us to get the perimeter, don't forget I told that perimeter simply means adding all the sides. If you have forgotten the formula for perimeter, so we have that the shape, let's assume that this is the shape. We have that the width is 4. Sorry, that the width, we got it as 4, while we got the other one as 9. So if here is 9, here is 9. If here is 4, here is 4. So the perimeter simply by saying 4 plus another 4 plus another 9 plus another 9, which will give you, at the top, you have 18 plus so 18 plus 8, right? 18 plus 8. So I'm having 26. So 26 cm. Even if you decide to use the formula, you will still get the same answer, okay? So in case you forget the formula, just know that perimeter means adding all the sides, of that shape. So let's go to the next question. Question number 2. So for question number 2, 1 minute. Okay. So question number 2 said, find the dimension. Find the dimensions. Okay, let me clean here so that it doesn't confuse you. Aha. So find the dimensions of a rectangle, whose perimeter and area are 46 cm and 112 cm squared respectively. Okay. Solution. Now for a rectangle, let's have that this is a rectangle. We don't know which one is longer than which, but anyway, let's just have it to be this. So this is our W and this is our L. Okay, so this is our L again. So we know that the area is simply W times L, which is what? LW or WL. Let's say LW. So but they gave us that the area is this one that has square. So the area is 112 is equal to what? LW. Let's call this equation 1. So now we know again that for us to get the perimeter, for us to get the perimeter, we will say what? 2L plus 2W. I hope you know L plus L and W plus W. So we say 2 in bracket of L plus W, something like that. That is 2L and 2W. So, but they have given us that the perimeter is 46. So if I divide 40 is equal to what? 2 in bracket of L plus W, which shows that what? L plus W is equal to 46 divided by 2, which will give you 20, 23, 23. Okay, let's call this now equation 2. So we're going to solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Equation 1 said that LW is equal to what? 112. Then equation 2 said that L plus W is equal to what? 23. Equation 1, equation 2. Now, so from equation 1, or from equation 2 rather, we can have that our L is equal to what? 23 minus W. Okay, if this W move to this side. So let us substitute in equation 1. Substitute in, let's call this equation 3. So substitute equation 3 in equation 1. So anywhere we see L now, we can put 23 minus W. So we have that what? 23 minus W, then times W is equal to 112, right? So this time this will give you 23w. This time this will give you minus w squared is equal to 112. So everybody coming to this side, I'm going to have w squared minus 23w, okay, then plus 112 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and we can factorize. So 112, let us check the two factors of 112 that can give us 23. So 112, 2 divide, I'm going to have 112 divided by 2. I'm having 56. 2 again, divided by 2, I'm going to have 28. Okay, 28. 2 again, I'm going to have 14. Then 2 again, I'm going to have 7. Then 7, I'm going to have 1. Now, I'm looking for 23. So if I say 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 14, is it 23? 14 plus 8, okay, 22. So we're looking for 23, right? Okay, we're looking for 23. So what and what should give us 23? Let's say 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7 is 23, correct? So I'm going to have that this is what? That w squared minus what? 16w minus what? 7w, then plus 112 is equal to 0. So I'm going to have that w in bracket of w minus 16. So the same w minus 16. So the last divide by the last. Minus plus is minus 116. So 112 divided by 16. So I'm having 7. So I'm having 7 here is equal to 0. So what do we have? W minus 16 in bracket of what? W minus 7 is equal to 0. So we have that W minus 16 is equal to 0, or W minus 7 is equal to 0. So finally, my W is equal to 16 or 7. Okay. So now, we've gotten our W to be what? 16 or 7. Okay. So now, let us now get our, now from here it is even obvious that our W can be 16 or 7. So let us now go ahead and check what our L will be. So but we know that from equation 3, we have that our L is equal to 23 minus W. So when W is 16, we have that our L will now be 23 minus 16, or we have that our L is equal to what? 23 minus 7. So we're having that our L is equal to what? For here is 7, or for here is what? 16. So which means it's either you take that your L is 7 and then your W is what? 16, or you take that your L is 16, then your W is now what? 7. So that is that. Don't forget your CM. The SI unit is very important. CM. So that is that for that. So we'll go to the next question. Question number 3. See? So area and perimeter of a rectangle is a very simple question. So we go to question number 3. Question number 3 said a rectangle has length as xcm and width as x minus 1 cm. Then I say if the perimeter is 16 cm, okay, then I say comma that we should find the value of x. Solution. Now, once you draw it, it will help you to understand it very well. So even without the formula, so I have that here is longer than here, the length is shorter, so it should be like this, something like this. So here is x, while here is, okay, sorry, minus 1. Sorry, it should be like this. Minus 1 shows that the length is longer, so let us make the length longer. So it should be something like this. So So if here is x minus 1, here should be x. Okay? And don't forget that if here is x, here should be x. And if here is x minus 1, here should be x minus 1. In case. So we know that perimeter is simply, if you have forgotten the formula, just add up everything you are seeing there. So I'm going to say it's x minus 1 plus another x minus 1, then plus x plus another x. So we're adding everything in case you have forgotten the formula. But if you use the formula, you will still get the same answer. If you want to use the formula, let me show you. We know that the formula is what? 2 in bracket of L plus W. So we have that what? 2 in bracket of my L is the length, which we have as x, plus the width W, which is what? X again minus 1. So any method will give us the same answer. But don't forget that they gave us that the perimeter is 16. So here is 16. So if I divide everybody by 2, I'm going to have the what? 16 divided by 2 is equal to what? 2 in bracket of x plus x will give us 2x minus 1 all over what? 2. So if this take care of this take care of this is what? 8. So I'm having that 2x minus 1 is equal to 8. So therefore, 2x will now be equal to what? 8 plus 1. So 2x is equal to what? 9. So therefore, what do we have? Now that our x is equal to 9 divided by 2, which is what? 4.5 cm. So that is our x. It's very, very simple. Or 4.5, anyone you prefer. So we move to the next question. So perimeter and area is a very simple something. But don't forget that we're still talking about a rectangular shape, okay? We'll still go to other shapes. So let's just finish everything about rectangular shape. So the next question said a regular playing field. Whenever you hear regular means that the shape is okay. Okay, if it's a rectangular shape, there's no problem. You know that there are some rectangular shape that it is not really rectangular. Maybe you understand, but if it is not really regular, it's an irregular shape. So if they say regular shape, it means that it is well, the size are okay. So there is no problem anywhere. So is they say a rectangular, sorry, a regular, is it regular or rectangular? Sorry, it's a mistake. Sorry, a rectangular playing field, okay, is 18 cm wide. That is the width. Then I say it is surrounded by a part 6 meter wide. This is 18 meters. Okay, 18-meter wide, such that its area is equal to the area of the part. Now say we should calculate the length of the field. Okay, calculate the length of the field. Now, this is very simple. Let us just draw it. The first thing solution is you try to draw it so that you understand what you are doing. So now this is the rectangular field. Don't mind my drawing. So let's assume that this is the rectangular field. Okay. Now, this rectangular field, they say that a rectangular field is 18 cm wide. So the width of it, the width is like this, so it is 18 cm wide. So I have that here is what, 18 meter, sorry, 18 meter wide. Okay, then I say it is surrounded by a pitch. So it is surrounded by a pitch. Look at the pitch. The pitch should be inside of it. Okay, and this pitch is surrounded by a, sorry, a part. It's surrounded by a part, and that part is 6 cm wide. So this is the part. So the distance from here to here is what, 6 cm. 6 cm. 6 cm. Oh, 6 meter. Why am I confusing myself with cm? 6 meter and 6 meter. That is the distance from here to here is what I'm talking about, not this distance. I'm talking about the distance from here to here. Okay. I'm talking about the distance from here to here. So know what I'm talking about so that you don't confuse yourself. So this distance is what I'm talking about. Okay. So now then I say we should calculate what? Then I say the such that the area, okay, so that CCMY such that its area is equal to the area of the part. Okay, the area of this rectangle is equal to the area of the part. So what do we do now? We're going to have that so the width. Okay, so we're going to have that. Let us see. So you know that if here is 18, here is going to be 18. It's going to be 18 meters. Okay. So what do we do? So how do we solve this? X. Okay. See that it is surrounded. Okay, surrounded. That is rounded. Oh, sorry. That means there's an error somewhere. So let us close the video.